substance of the message. Allah says, another example I give you. أَوَلَمْ يَرَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا. This is, do not the unbelievers see? These atheists, these agnostics, the people who deny the existence of God, can't they see? In other words, Allah expects them to see, to be able to see, to witness. أَوَلَمْ يَرَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا أَنَّ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ كَانَتَ رَتْقًا. That the heavens and the earth were joined together as one unit of creation. فَفَتَقْنَاهُمَا, and he split them asunder. Who is he talking to? Who is he addressing? Kafir. Which kafir? The Bedouins of 1400 years ago? No, no. What can the poor man understand? Wallah, what did he know about the universe, about the creations of the heavens and the earth? What did he know? He only accepted whatever was said. If this was Allah's kalam, amanna saddaqna. We hear and we accept, we believe.
Allah berfirman, Aku akan memberikan contoh lain kepadamu. Apakah orang-orang yang tidak beriman, para ateis, para agnostik, orang-orang yang menyangkal keberadaan Tuhan tidak melihat? Bisakah mereka melihat apa yang Allah harapkan mereka lihat, agar mereka bisa menyaksikan bahwa langit dan bumi dahulu merupakan satu kesatuan ciptaan, kemudian Dia membelahnya? Kepada siapa Rasul berbicara? Kepada siapa ia menyampaikan ini? Kepada para kafir. Kafir yang mana? Apakah orang-orang Arab 1400 tahun yang lalu? Tidak, tidak. Bagaimana mungkin orang-orang pada masa itu bisa memahami ini? Apa yang mereka ketahui tentang alam semesta, tentang penciptaan langit dan bumi? Mereka hanya menerima apa yang dikatakan kepada mereka. Jika ini dari Allah, mereka mendengar dan menerima. Mereka percaya.
This was iman that they had. They didn't have a grasp. Allah is not addressing those unbelievers of the times of Muhammad, or the unbelievers in the Congo, or among the Eskimos who might not believe in God. No, 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 no. He's talking to the men of science, men of learning, who are now expounding to the world the theory of creation. That these astronomers, with the mighty telescopes, when they're looking into space and they're analyzing the movements in the heavens, and they're telling you as if they did it, if they are the ones who are making these things, this machine, this clock to work, this clock of the universe, the way they explain to us as if they are doing it. Such a person, with his great learning, he says that this universe came into being with a big bang, billions of years ago.
Itulah iman mereka. Mereka tidak memiliki pemahaman ilmiah yang mendalam. Allah tidak sedang berbicara kepada orang-orang kafir di zaman Muhammad, atau kepada orang-orang yang tidak percaya di pedalaman Kongo, atau di antara suku Eskimo yang mungkin tidak mengenal Tuhan. Tidak, Allah berbicara kepada para ilmuwan, kepada orang-orang yang berilmu, yang saat ini sedang menjelaskan kepada dunia teori penciptaan. Para astronom dengan teleskop canggih mereka mengamati pergerakan benda-benda langit dan menjelaskan seolah merekalah yang membuat semuanya bekerja, seolah mereka yang menciptakan dan mengendalikan semesta ini. Mereka mengatakan bahwa alam semesta ini berasal dari sebuah ledakan Big Bang miliaran tahun yang lalu.
Because he's watching the universe and he's noticing that these heavenly bodies are receding from a central place somewhere, is all going out in all directions, moving away, away, away. Like a balloon. When you blow, it gets bigger and bigger. Something like that is happening in the skies, in the heavens. These galaxies, they're receding from us at a faster and faster speed. At a faster and faster speed. And once they reach the speed of light, 186,000 miles per second, once they reach that speed, we won't be able to see it anymore, because the light that is coming from there, it won't be coming anymore, it's going away. So we must discover bigger and better telescopes to see the sights, the wonders, otherwise we'll miss the bus. So they say that this universe came into being with a big bang, the Big Bang theory. Who says that? The most learned men of science, astronomy.
Karena mereka mengamati bahwa benda-benda langit bergerak menjauh dari satu titik pusat, seolah-olah seluruh alam semesta mengembang seperti balon yang ditiup. Mereka menyatakan bahwa galaksi-galaksi bergerak semakin cepat menjauh dari kita, atau kecepatan mereka mencapai kecepatan cahaya sekitar 186.000 mil per detik. Kita tidak akan bisa melihatnya lagi karena cahaya dari sana tidak akan mencapai kita. Oleh karena itu, mereka berlomba-lomba menciptakan teleskop yang lebih besar dan lebih baik agar tidak kehilangan pemandangan menakjubkan ini. Jadi mereka menyimpulkan bahwa alam semesta ini bermula dari sebuah ledakan Big Bang. Siapa yang mengatakan ini? Para ilmuwan paling terpelajar, para astronom.
Say, where did you get these funny ideas from? This fairy tale about a Big Bang. So no, it is not fairy tales. These are facts. Demonstrable facts. We can demonstrate it, show you what is happening, and from that we can conclude. If we had a film and put in reverse gear, so we could see what is happening is all coming back again. With the way it's going out, the balloon, if we can deflate it, you'll see it all coming back to one central point. And there was a Big Bang. When did you discover this? You say yesterday. Because 50 years is yesterday in the history of man. What is 50 years? Nothing. As an illiterate man in the desert, a person who didn't know how to read or write, a person who couldn't sign his own name, he couldn't have known this, could he? He says, no, never. Impossible. Man doesn't know astronomy. He hasn't got the instruments. He hasn't got a telescope. Nothing. In the desert. And among an ummi people, illiterate people. And he is now telling you, this man in the desert 1,400 years ago.
Dari mana mereka mendapatkan ini? Para ilmu dari pengamatan dan bukti ilmiah, bukan dari dongeng atau mitos. Jika kita bisa memutar ulang rekaman sejarah kosmos ini, kita akan melihat bagaimana semuanya kembali ke titik pusat sebelumnya akhirnya terjadi ledakan. Lalu kapan mereka menemukan ini? Mereka berkata kemarin, karena dalam sejarah manusia 50 tahun yang lalu itu seperti kemarin. Sekarang pertanyaannya, bagaimana mungkin seorang pria buta huruf di padang pasir, seorang yang bahkan tidak bisa membaca atau menulis, yang tidak memiliki teleskop atau akses pengetahuan astronomi bisa mengetahui hal ini 1400 tahun yang lalu? Mustahil.
And you biologists? People who study minute life, microplasm, the amoeba. He says, you know, life originated in the sea, water. Without this water, no life. And they tell you, say, look, we look back in time, in space. They say, look, this is how life originated. There was a time when this earth was a molten mass. Nothing could have survived here. Everything boiling, and over a period of billions of years, you know, the vapors went up and came down, and the vapors went up and came down and started cooling this earth. It took billions of years, and then started life, germs, plant life, and all these things started. At one time, there was nothing, and then it started. Where did life come from? He says, from the sea. Certain chemical actions, the sun playing its part, and life started from there. When did you find this out? It's yesterday. Because 50 years is yesterday in the history of man. An illiterate man in the desert, he couldn't have known that, could he? He says, no, never. So, well, listen. So, وَجَعَلْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ حَيٍّ. And he has made from water every living thing. So, أَفَلَا يُؤْمِنُونَ. Will you then not believe? Who? You, men of science, you, men of learning, you kafir, you atheist, you agnostic, why can't you believe?
Kemudian mari kita lihat ilmu biologi. Para ahli biologi yang mempelajari kehidupan dalam bentuk mikroskopis mengatakan bahwa kehidupan berasal dari air. Tanpa air, tidak ada kehidupan. Mereka mengatakan bahwa kehidupan berasal dari air, tanpa air tidak ada kehidupan. Mereka mengatakan bahwa miliaran tahun yang lalu bumi ini hanyalah masa panas yang tidak dapat menopang kehidupan. Uap naik dan turun mendinginkan bumi selama miliaran tahun, hingga akhirnya kehidupan dimulai dari laut melalui reaksi kimia yang dipengaruhi oleh matahari. Kapan mereka menemukan ini? Sekali lagi kemarin, karena dalam sejarah manusia 50 tahun lalu hanyalah sekejap mata. Namun seorang pria buta huruf di padang pasir sudah menyatakan 1400 tahun yang lalu. Dan kami ciptakan dari air segala sesuatu yang hidup. Maka apakah mereka tidak beriman? Wahai para ilmuwan, wahai orang-orang terpelajar, wahai para ateis dan agnostik, mengapa kalian masih tidak percaya?